All right. So we are live. Um, so today I have the MF Hussein's horses painting, which I am trying to recreate. So basically, what I've done is you can see some guidelines over here. So I painted the whole canvas a shade of I think some brown, and then I had my grid lines drawn, and then I uh, drew the outlines for the horses. And after that, what went about is the underpainting. Now, the concept of the underpainting is just to block in all the colors approximately. So now, if you can see the reference image of the horses painting, um, you can see that the colors are not really matching. So the point of this stream now is to, after now, basically the underpainting is completely dry to touch. So now I'm gonna cover the entire canvas with another layer of paint. Now the plan now is to accurately depict the colors. So basically, this is, I feel, is like a too light, and this blue is not really the blue in the painting that MF Hussain did. So that's the challenges for this stream, and I'm using camel oil paints. Um, and I have taken a whole bunch of them. So basically, again, this is my first painting wherein I'm trying to make colors with primary colors. So, uh, so you have some. There's too much oil on my blue paint, so I'm just gonna take it off. I have not really painted in like 3 months now. So this is going to be a good practice for me because it's just blocking in another layer of color. The challenges are how accurately I can make the colors. So for that, I have just the regular primary colors, which are red, yellow, blue, and most importantly, I have alizarin crimson over here, and cad yellow, cadmium yellow, titanium white, French ultramarine blue, and burnt umber. So the background, I'm not going to tackle the background today. I'm planning the background has to be wet because there are certain darker tones, and if the painting dries, I might not be able to blend or get the correct color accuracy. So today's painting, I'm just going to tackle the horses, and let's see where it goes. So my um, the first horse I'm going to be painting is this horse. Now that color is a very light shade of cream. So I'm gonna just take yellow, um, a whole bunch of white, and let's see where that lands. So we are streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, Insta, and on Reddit. So uh, if I am not saying hi or reading comments, I'm sorry because I do not have screens to like display all the comments. Um, okay, so I have my color. My color is slightly a tinge of yellow, but I feel like there is slight hint of brown to it. Now, the way that um, color mixing goes is so I saw a video of draw mix paint, and there is no video that can explain color mixing better than that one video, and I can't stress that enough. That video has been like a total game changer. So what I'm doing now is I have my color, and I'm gonna take some of it on my on a piece of paper, and I'm just gonna keep it beside my screen to see how close I am in value. And to do that, typically you need to squint, but then again, because of the brightness of the screen, it's kind of hard to judge. I think it is slightly more browner, so I'm just gonna add just a slight hint of brown, barely any brown, just to dirty that yellow. I believe these two horses are of almost similar color. Um, this one a very shade, maybe darker, uh, but I think it's same in value. Um, okay, let's put let's just jump into it, and then if the color is different from what we want, maybe we can change. Um, do I need liquid? That's the question. Yeah, let's put some liquid in. No, liquid is a medium. It's a quick drying medium, and I have not used my paints in a really long time, so bottle is not opening. All right, thoroughly glued in. I got my, you know, we don't need to use a whole bunch of medium, just some medium goes a long way. All right, I have my liquid and on my palette. I am gonna be using number 6 filbert. Now, I believe this painting that MF Hussain did, I think he did it in an impasto style. I have not really gotten into impasto yet, but let's see if we can get the same effect with brush. Is that same as this color? It is vibrant. Maybe I want to add a slight hint of brown to it. Just some more. I feel it is too bright. Just some very little amount of brown. Barely any brown in it, but that goes a long way. Change the to change the value. Again, we're not trying to make the color brown, we're just trying to change it ever so slightly, dull it down. And brown is a pretty strong color. A small amount goes a long way, just like the mediums. I don't know if you can see, but there's a difference in the color after we have added that hint of brown. It's very subtle, but it is definitely there. So that's way too much medium that I don't need. I think we're going with the right color. I believe you can see the difference. I thought that this was too whitish, and I think we have some color. I think that is pretty similar to what Hussain had. Um, and the whole painting is dry, so I think it's going to be easier to layer. I think I'm going to be have to be very careful with um, not right now because my I'm not painting the backgrounds. I'm not painting the blacks, the outlines. So it's totally fine if I go over some of the black areas. I don't have to be precise because I believe I can come back and uh, cover up the required outlines. When I'm painting that, I believe I should be even more careful. uh, Meaning I need to take negative spaces into consideration. Negative spaces is basically how far uh, is this gap with regards to this gap, and based on that, that's going to give you the composition. Now, I am not trying to, this is not an original painting. I'm trying to copy a master's painting, and I just really like the vibrant colors of this painting, and I thought it would make a great subject. And also it is challenging for me to mix my own colors. Now I have covered up the eye, but then there's no need to worry. I can just take a piece of rag and just remove the paint where the eye was. Maybe I removed, like I told you, I don't have to be really perfect. That's to now because uh, I'm gonna layer the black outlines at the very end after covering the whole of the canvas, the horses and the background. That is when I'm gonna tackle the dark outlines. So it's totally fine if I go over them. Now, when I am when I'm looking at the picture, I have a picture screen right over here. I see there is very subtle variations in the color across over here and over here as well. Now, the beauty of oil painting is that you can mix colors on the canvas, which is what I plan to do here. Um, Now I feel this is a tad too yellow. Maybe it should be even more brown, but that's okay. Like I mentioned, like there's a whole bunch of light areas over here, which I'm pretty sure I can get with this color. I don't know why the RPAN chat is not working. I'm unable to see it on RPAN. Someone is seeing, watching this live. Please say hi. Okay, we have the whole of this horse covered. I believe it's too yellowish, so I'm gonna make some variations into the same paint. Now, going for the impasto effects, I'm gonna be using very thick amounts of paint in the hopes of making those impasto style, and I'll have to be very gentle with the brush, but let's see how it goes. I feel this is very yellow. All right. I have made a fairly darker brown now. Hardly see the difference in value. Maybe I need more paint. So let's mix some more of color. You see the amount of brown that I have? It's barely anything. I think I'm gonna have, yeah, some hint of yellow. That was a lot of yellow. This color, let's see how this color fares. I'm gonna be using the same paint, same brush, because this is all light colors. And if I was changing it to some other color, maybe I would have taken a new brush. But now, there is some subtle variation in the color. I can definitely see that over here. I believe this is much more closer to the color that I have, that uh, my Hussain has. So I think I'm on the right track. I'm loading, there's a whole bunch of color over here. Just gonna, just going to be very gentle with it. As you can see, the way that I'm holding, if I was holding it over here, there would be too much pressure that I would be exerting, and that would essentially remove the layer of paint that is already on the horse. Now I'm just going to, that's a very thick application of I'm doing. I would like some of these areas to have retain that same color. So I have finished up my paint. I definitely need to mix a lot more. I'm not going to be mixing on the same area because I would like to have, I would like to know that I'm reaching the correct color, and that can only be matched if I have the new paint right beside my old one, and then I can just, and then just visually on my palette I can see like like when I'm mixing it right now, you can see that this is not the same color. This is a little bit yellowy, so I'm gonna add some yellow to it. Now we've almost reached that same color, but this is slightly lighter, so that's the reason why I'm gonna add some brown to it. Now I'm not exactly trying to recreate the exactly same color, but as long as it's matching in value, I'm totally fine with it. Some more yellow probably would do. Okay. And this is going to be my base color, which how I'm gonna work with is I'm gonna be making some changes to this color itself. It's pretty accurate. It is slightly, this color is like the previous color is slightly more yellow. I'm gonna add some yellow to the bottom half of this paint just to create some. Okay, now I believe this color and this color matches with. Yeah, they match. I'm gonna add ever so slightly more brown over here just to get that variation, that slightly dark variation. I'm still using. Okay, um, I lost connection to my YouTube because my camera just died on me. It tends to do that. So I have a DSLR which I have connected using a capture card, and sometimes it gets overheated. It's a very old DSLR that I have, and it says it gets overheated and um, it just turns off automatically. But yeah, I think we are live everywhere. All right, now some amount of liquid. Let's layer in some of these. Now, as you can see, there's so much paint on this brush. That's the reason why I'm holding it in um, a very gentle manner. browns. I'm just dabbing in paint wherever, not really uh, caring where I am putting in the color. It's just impasto style, impressionistic style of painting. Uh, the subtle variations in color, very subtle variations in color. That is what I'm trying to capture over here. I'm gonna change now to the lighter color that I had. Oh, I don't know if you can see the very subtle color, but it is definitely here. You, if you see it live, I'm pretty sure you can make it out. I don't know if my cameras are doing justice. There's a lot of paint over here. Bunch of, how how about I make a very light layer, even more lighter than this, and touch up some parts over here, parts over here, here. Now, because I'm using almost white, I'm going to be using a fresh brush. I'm going to take all of this color, very gently. As you can see, my color has already changed. I should not be reworking areas. I think I need a lot of paint. So this blue is runny and it's okay. Now it's just white mixed with burnt umber, and this is very vibrant hint of yellow. Yellow. I need more white. I'm using camel artist oil paints. And this is titanium white. Okay, some more white. Now the way that I'm gonna use it is I have a waste piece of paper right here. Um, I'm just gonna tear it. Now I'm gonna load a whole bunch of color from here. Then I'm gonna see, I feel like there are more. So if I go over it again and again, I'm gonna mix the paint that is on. Try to avoid. Correct. Now to um, the slightly darker one. Anything. I want to add just some more brown or uh, few of those really impressionistic type of stroke. I can see one stroke over here. It's few. Yeah, I think we're done with this first. It looks pretty good. There are some light areas. There are some very evident. Uh, there are very slight variations in color, which I really like. So typically, when we're painting, we need to take a step back and look at it from afar. And I feel it's pretty good. Maybe I might come back with another layer uh, of the very lightest color. Maybe I don't know. I am pretty satisfied right now. Let's see how how these two horses are painted, and then I'll be able to gauge that horse much better. Right. So yeah, I have. Can I use this? Okay. So I'm not gonna use. This is pure white. I can just use it. Um, I'll take some waste paper, remove all the paint from my palette knife, then clean my palette. I'm just saving these paints for in case I might need it. Let's see. If I run out of space, maybe I'll have to look. But I believe I'm gonna be completing the yellow horse for um before I'm gonna get. I have enough space on my palette already. Now with the yellow horse, okay, I can see the sensor on my DSLR blinking. It's pretty hot. Okay. All right, let's go. Uh, this yellow horse right here, I see a few orangey tones in the painting, in the original painting. Some orangey tones over here and over here, but very slightly. It is mostly yellow, but there are very subtle variations. Okay, let's see. I have my yellow now. This yellow is very vibrant. I'm gonna add just a hint of alizarin crimson. That was a lot of alizarin crimson, probably. I do not need. Yeah, as you can see, like I thought that was a very slight amount of alizarin crimson, but it very evidently was not. It was way too lot. It changed the whole color. I'm not even using that color now. Let's see. This is kind of orangey, but it is not as vibrant as the horse is not as vibrant as this yellow. I need to dull it down. Um, Now on the color wheel, red, yellow, blue. So on the opposite is blue and red. I have already some red on it. Bit of blue to dull down the yellow. Some white. Let's see. Now I am using a new number 6 fill, but this is a hog hair brush. This is fairly rigid. Let's see how how this one paints. These are some of the new brushes that I have, um, and I have not used these stiff brushes. It's approximately the same color, slightly more vibrant. But that vibrancy can also be due to this being fresh paint. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty good. I don't mind covering up the entire horse with this first layer, a very thin layer. Then I'm gonna get towards blending. Since this is a very stiff brush, I can easily like apply enough force on it and not really bother with regards to the brush um, getting messed up. And because it's a very stiff brush, I can apply a very thin layer of paint by applying enough pressure on. And just small amount of paint goes a long way, especially with a stiff brush. And just this is kind of like again blocking. I'm just blocking in that one color. think this has come slightly fatter, but that's okay. The point is, when I am trying the black outlines, I think I'm gonna deal with those then. Okay, the color is too vibrant, but now I'm gonna make a very dirty shades of like orange and then slightly dirtier browns, and then I'm gonna lay over this. I think that's gonna tackle ours. But I'm just gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna sit down, see who is commenting what. There are few comments on Reddit. Um, Thank you, Deblin. Thank you, Dirty Bubble, Team Race, and thank you everyone for joining this. Um, all right, on Twitter, Spencer. Hi Murli. Hi Akaya. Am I completing it today? I don't know. I just started the stream. It was an impulse stream. I do not know. Let's see how where I go to today. It's it's just 11. Not that late. All right, a lot of people have joined my stream on Insta as well. Thanks for joining, everyone. What's happening in Japan? All right, my correct time for my camera to die. I'm taking rest. Even the cam can take some rest. Someone live on Twitch. Hi, please comment. It's Saurav. If anyone is watching, can you just say hi? I can look at Insta right now. I'm just taking a water break and then like time I'm gonna get back to paint. Damn, I lose my Insta. Is FP2 going on live right now? Not over. I did not know that Insta Live also ends after certain point of time. The last time I did, what I did, I went live for a long time. But this was very short lived because that time I had the time to complete almost half of a Bob Ross painting, which was, I don't know, 3 hours, 4 hours maybe. But the first part of it, my friend had gone live, and once their stream had ended, I went live. I don't know. This is one of the very few times that I like, hardly have live streamed like thrice or 4 times. So it's all a learning experience. When I look from afar, uh, the horse that's done over here, I think there needs to be more color, more variations of color. Um, I'm unable to see this white anywhere else, and this dark one maybe needs to be slightly bit again. Like now, I'm able to see that again since I've sat down and I'm very far. When you're very near to the canvas, you will not be able to see the overall way the painting is happening. So you need to step far, typically 6 feet, and only then can you judge the painting. Okay, let's go. Tackling the yellow horse. Um, I see some areas of like, again, there are very subtle variations of like orange, then the subtle browns, and it's all because it's impasto style. Let's see. Okay, it's okay. I need some more yellow. I'm gonna take I'm gonna make slight amount of white to it. To the same paint, I'm gonna add brown. More brown. This is kind of like yellow ochre. I'm gonna be using a synthetic filbert. Uh, the hard one, the hard hog hair brush was really good for laying in the underpainting, but I am slightly skeptical about its. Let's try it out. It's a learning experience. That's okay. We lose. All right, let's see if I can restart the instance. Okay, we are live again on Insta as well. Okay, let's go. All right. So I have mixed two different shades of yellow uh, in the hopes of tackling this horse now. Let's let's use this orangey yellow. Now I see it is slightly orangey over here. Definitely. Is it enough? I don't think there is much change. Okay, let's add some more. Let's add some more glycerin. That was a lot. Let's see. Too orangey? Yeah, I think so. Now, how do I counteract it? So orange is a mixture of these two. The opposite is blue. Very tiny amount of blue. more white. Okay, it's a whole bunch of paint that I have it over. Yeah, I think we have a pretty color. Maybe I can change. I think that's a good starting color to start off. Looks pretty accurate. I might need some um, some color over here. Okay. Sort of. I believe the orange is pretty good. I might need to get darker. Some lighter shades over here, probably. Um, okay. So how do I? Let's see. I'm gonna add some brown. and darken this paint. The orangey make it also slightly muddy. Change change it ever so slightly. Okay, now let's see if I can see that. I cannot see that change. Can I see that change? I barely, just barely. Okay. I have made it significantly darker now. Okay, now I should be able to see it. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna take. I think this brush doesn't have any paint. I'm gonna make some lighter areas, just basically removing paint, kind of. Now I'm gonna layer in some of this yellow mixed with brown, medium. Pretty satisfied with it. There is a subtle hint of orange to it. There is a subtle hint of brown to it. Cool. I think it's coming along pretty well. I'm gonna take a break now. Um, I haven't had my dinner yet. I'm gonna be back after having my dinner. Maybe in half an hour. Let my camera cool down as well. Um, yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks for joining the stream, everyone. Have a good day. Good night. I'm gonna be back after having my dinner. Okay? Thank you. Have a good day.